Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of WALL-E. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, WALL-E is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Released by the Criterion Collection. I'm still not used to saying that. It can be found as a standard edition available at your local and online retailers. Now, when it comes to the film itself, of course, I am a huge Pixar fan. I love all their movies. They really have some unique storytelling elements. Visual styles always improve from movie to movie. And WALL-E was one I fully went in not expecting to like, but I absolutely loved it. Really, at its heart, it is a love story, essentially between two robots. But just the background, the narrative, what's happening in between that, really is timeless. And it's beautifully told. And the visuals, even now, are stunning. I mean, this is a beautiful movie to look at. It has a lot going for it. Once again, there's just, it's the two core characters, Eve and WALL-E. I think really are so dynamic, and the story is told in a beautiful way. And of course, everything happening in the background is also, I feel, really fleshed out. I love the film. It really is, I would say, in my top 5 of all time Pixar movies. It's that good. It really is just a movie that you could go back to quite often, and I do. And once again, Criterion Collection getting their hands on it, that's something I'm still getting used to. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you've never seen WALL-E, you know, you probably have, but check it out. It's a beautifully told story, and I think it just looks fantastic. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Ultra HD edition of WALL-E from the Criterion Collection. I love the art. I think it fits perfectly, and it's just kind of cool. I wouldn't actually mind a standalone poster of this, so yeah. And then we have the back. That's fine. And of course, this being a Criterion release, we do get some cool packaging. And then we have a booklet. And we have the artwork on the discs. There's a lot of extras on this. I encourage you to check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff here. And then we do have the book, which has got a lot of notes and thoughts about the film. I love diving into these, you know, and some of the concept art. It's really, it's very cool. So yeah, if you're a fan of the film, I highly encourage you to get this. Just the extras alone are worth it. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. WALL-E on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 2:3:9:1 aspect ratio. It was upscaled from a 2K digital intermediate with HDR10, Dolby Vision, and HDR10 Plus for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Criterion's 4K edition does utilize the same transfer previously released by Disney. Essentially, the big selling point for videophiles will be the inclusion of both HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision, whereas the first 4K only supported HDR10. Does this offer enough visual enhancements to make one consider an upgrade? I would say yes. Much like Sony's recent trend of re-releasing their movies with Dolby Vision, I found none of their new additions lacking relevance in this regard. The Dolby Vision offers a much more stable visual palette all around. Whites in particular are fuller, not appearing blown out. In addition, reds also look great. When Eve loses her cool and blows up the landlocked ships, the ensuing fire gives off a more refined look than what the HDR-only grading offered. When the film moves over to the Axiom, the wide array of colors is dazzling, and the Dolby Vision really showcases the palette well. That's not to say the HDR was substandard, far from it, but Dolby Vision pushes things further visually with a more robust look. In the scene where WALL-E and Eve are having their space dance, the deep inkiness of space really contrasts well with the colorful nebula in the background. In general, shadows also appear stronger, most noticeably on the bridge. Despite this being a 2K DI, I've always been impressed with how much texture stood out in the film. From the opening scenes, the junk-filled Earth surface is on full display. It's staggering what the animators were able to achieve in these scenes, and one has to wonder just how much more a true 4K DI could have squeezed out. Fast forward to the Axiom, things get a lot more sleek and futuristic, which leaves obvious enhancements to detail harder to come by. It's still there to be found, aside from WALL-E himself of course, it's just not as obvious. WALL-E on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio presentation. Typical Disney releases generally suffer from borderline anemic audio mixes, low volume, etc. In theory, if this was an exact port over from the Disney side, this would be the same case here. So, is it the exact same audio experience? In my opinion, while the track itself doesn't reinvent the wheel of the dynamics in the existing Atmos, I found myself not having to adjust the volume as I would on the Disney 4K edition. It also feels stronger in its overall presence, so I guess that's a win. WALL-E's audio has a good mixture of dynamic surround activity and a good energetic front and center. When E flies around in the film, the surrounds track her movement effectively, heights included. The low end is slightly punchier than the HDR-only counterpart. Going back to the explosion of the tankers, it felt more robust, as does the initial ship landing when E first gets dropped off. If this Atmos track on the Criterion release tells me anything, is that Disney purposely lowballs audio presentations on their in-house discs. For the picture quality, I'm going to give WALL-E on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A+. WALL-E has always enjoyed a stunning picture, and this new 4K edition from Criterion perfects it. The new Dolby Vision grading allows colors to flourish better than before, with even deeper black levels. Fans of the film will no doubt enjoy the upgrade. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A. Free from Disney's hamstringing of the audio, the Atmos is given free rein to do what it's capable of. Dynamic activity is plentiful and engaging, and the track overall feels much more fuller and robust. Sit back and enjoy the experience. I normally don't cover extras in my reviews, but I just have to make special mention that anything and everything you ever wanted to know about WALL-E is included on this Criterion edition. There is just a boatload of extras spread over 2 discs, audio commentaries, behind the scenes, making ofs. I mean, there's so much to go over, and it just makes me upset that Disney in general really doesn't include these on their normal 4K editions. I know that WALL-E on Criterion apparently is a one-off collaboration between Disney and Criterion, but just imagine the possibilities if either Criterion, Arrow, or other boutique labels got their hands on Disney content. We could have such a rich of extras that it would just really make up for anything that Disney's in-house just doesn't cover. So yeah, I recommend it just for the extras alone. They're amazing. There's a lot going on. I've only dived into maybe about a quarter of what's available, but check it out. I really encourage you, just get this based off the extras. Show Disney and Criterion for that matter that there is a market for this kind of collaboration in the future. So yeah, I recommend the extras, and I'll go ahead and give them a grade right out of the gate. I give the extras an A. They are fantastic. There's just a lot going on, and it's just something that, you know, for people that really like that kind of thing, you're going to get plenty of it here. So that is my review of WALL-E on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.